damn! On this video, I'm gonna talk to you about the single best back exercise that you can do. What's up guys? Chris with the Boddamn channel, coming to you live from the inside of the Boddamn gym. This channel is all about food, fitness, and how to live an active, healthy lifestyle. Today's video is about the single best back exercise that you can do. And keep in mind, when we talk about this exercise, it's the one exercise that actually can work a majority of the back all at once. So that exercise is the Bent-Over Barbell Row. Now I like this exercise because, as stated before, it works out just about all parts of the back. It's actually considered a compound movement type exercise, and it actually keeps an isometric hold on a lot of muscles in the body. But when it comes to back thickness and putting some meat on the back, this is one of the lead exercises that you need to be doing. Now when you do a bent over barbell row, the reason why it's such a powerful movement is because as soon as you grab the bar and you bend over, now your legs are holding you in a position, your lower back is holding you in an isometric hold position, your core is all nice and tight, and then you go through the rowing motions, okay? So a lot of muscles are really worked out in this, but primarily it's the back. And it's a lot of lower back isometric holding as well through the entire movement. So I'm gonna demonstrate the form on how I do it. We're gonna talk about common pitfalls and what people do wrong and how they kind of mess it up. When I do the bent over barbell row, I actually have a preference. I mean, you can pick it up from the ground and do the row from there. I always have a preference of just putting the bar right on a rack, okay? So find a rack in your gym, there's always gonna be one there, and put an Olympic sized bar on the rack. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do is put a less than appropriate weight for you, because you know, learning the form of this is so crucial. So don't try to impress anybody here, or you know, even really challenge yourself, because right now it's all about getting the form right. So let's demonstrate how I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick up the bar, I'm going to bend over at about a 45-degree angle on my back. I'm going to let the bar basically be right around my kneecaps, in front of my kneecaps, okay? My feet are going to be shoulder minus a little shoulder width apart. You can do shoulder width apart, but it's a little bit closer than that to where my feet are. I'm going to be grabbing the bar a little bit wider than shoulder width. When I start and I pick up the bar, I'm going to want to bend over, okay? And I'm going to put the bar right about where my knees are. You want to make sure that your back is nice and flat. You see how my back here is flat? It's not rounded, okay? The second it becomes rounded, straighten that thing up. Don't even put any kind of weights to this thing. You want to come down, strengthen the back. Bend your knees, okay? So it's very important. Bend over, straight back, bend your knees. So you want to lower your center of gravity as well. So lower your center of gravity, bend over, and the bar should be really close to where your kneecaps are. That's going to be the starting position. Once you get that position, you got to ice it, okay? That means you have to keep that position there, and the only things that are going to be moving are just your arms doing the actual rowing movement. The hardest part for most people when they're doing this is they put too much weight on, they have trouble icing the movement. And some of the things I see people doing wrong is when they bring it up, you want to bring it up to about where your mid-abs are. When you bring it up correctly, your wrist shouldn't be doing any of this movement right here, all right? The wrist should be straight as you pull up. What you want to kind of envision is that there are wires on the ceiling, and the wires are attached to your elbows. So when you're in the bent over barbell row position, when you come up, it's like the wires are actually, you know, bringing your elbows up. And that's where the full contraction occurs, from down here, and then the final shortening of the back muscle right there, come down, lengthen the back, and go like that. There are a lot of things to keep in mind here. The very last thing is, if you can remember this, is to never roll your shoulders forward either. Rolling your shoulders forward will lead to your back being rounded, okay? So you want to pin your shoulders back when you're doing this back movement, and then when you come forward and you know, you're in your starting position, don't roll the shoulders, okay? See how my back starts rounding? Keep your shoulders planted like this, make sure your back is straight, and enjoy the row. Let's start this thing right now. I'm gonna do a couple reps right here, and then we're gonna do a couple reps on the side so you can see how it's working out. So, got my position of my feet right. I have my hands at a little bit wider than shoulder. I'm going to do a grip where, you know, if you're strong enough, you can do this type grip, and if you're really strong, you can do a grip where the thumb goes over and it's just your hands holding, or your fingers holding, should I say. And I kind of like that one, you know, when I'm dealing with a little bit less weight, which is what we have here. All right, so I'm gonna back up, get out of the rack. I'm going to bend over, and I'm going to basically have this weight is now by my knees, and I'm going to ice my back. It looks nice and straight, and I'm going to row to my mid-abs. 1, 2, 3, really squeeze my back, 4, and 5. So the main things, let's revisit it. Straight back, no rounded shoulders. You don't want your wrists pulling the weight like this, all right? We don't want any of that. Elbows being pulled by wires in the ceiling. Grab the bar a little bit wider than shoulder. Starting position, feet are going to be a little bit closer than shoulder. Reduce your center of gravity. Pitch your back 45 degrees. It's a lot to take in, guys, but let's get a side view and see what's going on. So here we are in the side view. It's a pretty cool side view, honestly. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm gonna demonstrate 5 more reps for you. And so here we go. My grip is like this, like I was saying earlier, because when you're dealing with lighter weight, which is what I have here, then I can afford to do this. When I have heavier weight, then my thumbs are under locking. And if it's really, really heavy weight, then I'm probably gonna wear wrist wraps. But you know, when you get to that level, that's a different story. Let me get the weight off, like this, slowly walk it back, okay? And then you're gonna bend over. Now the weight is now like directly in front of my knees. All right, my back is nice and straight, and I'm going to row it. 1, watch my wrists, 2, 3, 4, I'm just squeezing my back, 5. Notice how I'm not rolling my shoulders forward, okay? They're planted back here the whole time. Let's get 1 more, 2 more, let's get 3 more. I'm just kidding. That feels pretty good. So that's how you do a bent over barbell row. This is a really important exercise to master. So when you finally get your form done and everything's right, don't forget to get a sick pump when you're squeezing your muscle at that top position. Very important. If you do it right, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. That's pretty much it. So, you know, try it over there. Let me know down below how it works out for you. If you have a suggestion for other Boddam videos, just leave me a message down below. But hey, like the video. I'll talk to you on the next Boddam video. Take it easy and goodbye!